Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to present on assignment 2, my digital project on the motivational report. And for this report, uh, uh, the tips and strategies for the fostering a motivation I have chosen is tips and strategies 1, which is expect engagement. As we know that student engagement is an indicator of student and institutional success and quality, and even Schulman in his research 2005 states that learning begins with student engagement. So I'm going to talk about student engagement in face-to-face and online classroom. So starting with student engagement, as we know that students won't be engaged at all the time. So as an instructor, what we need to do, as an instructor, we need to come up with own ideas and the definition depending on how our classroom is, what is our student population, and what kind of strategies or tips they like and interest them. So once student we see they do not engage, so we need to change the situation. It could be implementing more new activities in our classroom on a day-to-day basis, change our course outline, or putting some more strategies or more techniques that we can cater their attention and engagement. Now, for example, there could be a criteria for engagement, like if they are not like to be sit in a class, giving them a online project or something that they will have to do some library research, sharing their articles with the classmates, or posting something on Facebook or Twitter and sharing classmate notes. So this is all for face-to-face or online learning. And sometimes when we are in face-to-face, an instructor need to reposition their body, probably going closer to a student and just to seek more attention. Another option is no opt-out approach. According to this approach, it says that even if student is unable to answer any question, still give them more options. Okay, talk to your friends, give a call your friend and see it's and anyhow if they can just come up with some sort of answer, not exactly the same, but at least they are trying just to engage their more engagement in a classroom. Then if we have students who are still not attending, or they are not participating in a classroom, then have a private chat with them and see why it is affecting not just student and instructor, but also in a classroom as a whole. So now, to answer the questions for the assignment, why did I select this particular motivation strategy? As I started my presentation, that as we know that student engagement is a indicator of institutional and success and quality. So yes, it is needed in the online as well as face-to-face classrooms. That's why any classroom, any on our daily basis, we need to make sure that students are engaged. It makes a classroom more prosperous from instructor point of view, as well as from students as well, because we all learn together by interactive participation. Where would this motivational strategy work most effectively? I think it will work everywhere in our everyday classroom. Any course, beginning of the course, having that checking to see their knowledge levels, checking using those probes or other activities to make sure how we can begin with the classroom, and if we need to change as an instructor, need to change any of the activities or any curriculum content. What aspect of the motivation are you examining in this report or video? So according to Halverson and Graham in 2019, they said student engagement in online learning and face-to-face, it usually affects students' cognitive and emotional engagement. Cognitive engagement includes like their attention, their efforts in the classroom, and their persistence to do the classroom work and paying attention, time on completing the task or the activities, and their absorption and curiosity in a classroom. Whereas the emotional engagement is we can measure it through their interest, their happiness in a classroom, their confidence, and the absence of boredom, frustration, and anxiety. Moreover, the other aspects this motivation actually will affect students' activation, their persistence, and their intensity in a classroom. How would be impact who would be impacted by this motivational aspect? I think it will be mostly for students, although instructors have to have some time and coming up with more strategies, and still if it doesn't work, go back, check, reflect on your work, and coming up with new strategies or techniques just to make sure that students are engaging in a classroom. How would this motivational aspect impact my personal teaching and student learning? Consider the negative and positive effects. To me, I think overall it's positive, because student engagement takes many forms on multiple levels, considering their cognitive level, affective level, or their behavior level. So it's when we come up with any strategy or motivational technique or student activity technique, we have to make sure that we are considering all these three aspects, and overall it's gonna give a good experience to instructor as well as teachers, because classroom will be more interactive, students will engage more, and there will be more motivation among everyone in a classroom. The only negative side is that if things doesn't go well, again, instructor have to do a reflection and make sure like what changes need to be done so that students will pay more attention. So also a final line I'll close with that it has been said that learning begins with the engagement, according to Schulman, but it might also be said that the learning begins with any initiative. So we'll have to make sure at least we are taking an initiative, and if things doesn't go well, we'll have to go back and change our strategy to make sure students are engaging properly. These are my references, and thank you.